Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Golang. This is my second attempt of recording this video. Somehow the last one didn't save, so I already have a lot of code up here. But that's fine. I'll still show you how I got to here. Today's video is going to be talking about a very important keyword that is defer. So I've already created the file, if you can see, but that's totally that you can't do anything about it. But that's okay. So what defer means is that basically in English, defer halts something, right? To put off something, to postpone something, something like that. And that is precisely what we are doing here. That's precisely what we do over here. Whenever you execute a function, let's say A and then B. So first A gets executed, then B. If I let's say write something like A, then if I write something like B, you know the flow is going to be that A gets executed, then B gets executed, right? And that's pretty much how we do it in every language, right? We follow sequential order. Now with this special keyword, what basically happens, it kind of reverses the order. Not reverses exactly. It um creates a sort of a stack where it whenever it sees this function, so for example it saw A will be put in and then B will be put in. Now once everything is completed, now it will pick up B, execute it, and pick up A and then execute it. It's the last in first out principle that we already know, right? So let's see what really happens. So let me just remove this some parts. And what I'm going to do is, I created this logging function for myself. By the way, you feel free to use it. You can read all about it from the documentation. I am using this pretty logging. It colors certain fields, so it's easier to read out. You can still go with FMT. That's totally up to you. What we're going to do is we call this function create the logger object. Um, Define some value x, and I keep changing it after every defer call. And we're just going to see what the value of x is for each of them and in what order do they get executed. So there's a couple of things. Probably we'll get 5, 10, 20, we'll get 20, 10, 5, we'll get all 5s, we'll get all 20s, or maybe some other combination is possible. Let's see. Let's try it once. Open integrate terminal and go run main.go. We get all 20s, and then the important thing, third, second, and first. So this gets called, and then this gets called. So that's the last in first out principle that I was talking about. One other important thing to notice, all of them are 20. So a couple of you might have thought, that this will give you 5, this will give you 10, this will give you 20, totally normal. But the thing is, whenever defer gets executed, it just sees the last value that was assigned to the variable and then goes ahead and prints that. One other thing that I want to tell you guys about is it's what if I do something like this? I created this function change val. I basically just multiply x and let's say I print it out. So when x equal 20, that gets passed down to here, so it should be 40. But what happens in this case? It says 40. So for this function, it is 40. But once it comes out, these get executed. It's still 20 because uh, this is this value is not passed by reference. It's just a copy. So make sure you remember and understand in what order the functions are going to get executed and what the values are at the point the functions are going to get executed. Because defer function will always get executed once you've defined it. But if you have certain dependencies, for example, if x equal 5, maybe in only that case you want to print it. That is possible, but there's a very high possibility that you'll make the mistake because this value is going to depend at the last moment at what the last value of x was or whatever the condition you're defining, right? So just make sure you understand this order of execution. Over here, we know that because the X is 20, it's not going to print this. You can see the second call never get executed. But just make sure you understand this order of execution. We'll talk a little more about the differ use case where exactly it's getting used in the next video. But for now, just try to get yourself familiar with this. Maybe write out multiple combination and see what, when or how it's getting executed. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys at the in the next video then. Bye bye.